45 out, everyone. Good luck. Have a good show. Don't fuck up.
What are you, RuPaul?
No. Stand by. 30 out. Okay. I think that's a lie, actually. It always winds up not that case when we actually get to that point. 20 out. Gold can be tracked. Gold can be online. Clip store can be tracked. Clip store can be keyed. Gold will roll first, then clip store. They are actually 4 fast.
Hi everyone, I'm Tom Coley, coach. Here's a look what's coming up on the score.
All right.
We've got highlights and reaction from the famous Idaho Potato
This
Bowl
ends,
as
I'll
the
roll the
Rockets
clip store.
look to bring home a second straight bowl victory. Plus plenty of high school basketball highlights, including some big early season matchups in the Three Rivers as well as the TAC.
Yeah, watch them fuck this up.
And on the ice, the Bowling Green Falcons welcome in the nation's best teams. Could they get an upset over number 3, Notre Dame? Also coming up here at the desk, I'll chat with members of the Toledo Christian girls basketball team. Plus, we're going to talk wrestling with the Rossford Bulldogs. What are you going to do when the score comes looking for you? It's coming up next.
All right, clip store is rolling. 2 can be online. 2 stand by for your Zoom. Ready, open Ken's mic. Ready, clip store to background. Ready, start your Zoom. Give me his mic. Start your Zoom. Cue him.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to The Score. I'm Ken Watlington. Coming up, plenty of high school hoops highlights from last week. But we will start the show with the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. The Toledo Rockets take on the Utah State Aggies with a 10-2 record coming in. They went undefeated in conference play as WAC champion. The 9-3 Rockets looking for their second straight bowl victory. Rockets back on the blue turf in Boise. Toledo lost against Boise State back in 2010. Rockets would be the first to score, putting up 3 points with this 37-yard field goal by Jeremiah Detmer, but Utah State would get out front early. Check out this play. It's a 62-yard touchdown. Quarterback Chucky Keaton, a beautiful keeper in number 16, gonna take it to the house. Rockets trailing 10-6 at the half. Toledo still in the game after the third quarter. Another field goal by Detmer makes it 13-9 Aggies. Terrence Owen in as quarterback for Austin Danton would drive deep into Aggies territory but gets stopped on 4th and 1 at the 9-yard line. But the Rockets, they'll get the ball right back. A fumble is recovered by Jermaine Robinson, but it would only go downhill from there as the Aggies would score 3 back-to-back touchdowns, including the 63-yard by Kerwin Williams. He was outstanding. Less than 4 minutes to play. Toledo finally gets in the end zone. Bernard Reedy answers one of those touchdowns with a kickoff return of his own. Takes it 87 yards for the score. Would not be enough, though. Another Kerwin touchdown, and Utah State beats Toledo 41-15. Mackenzie Keyline has more from Boise.
Roll it. Take it.
The Toledo Rockets took on number 18 Utah State Aggies
in
the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. A week that started full of excitement didn't end as well as the Rockets had hoped.
But the one thing that sticks out in my mind in the 4 games that we haven't had the opportunity to win, we have lost those football games in critical situations. And that's red zone offense, red zone defense, turnovers. And, you know, it's things that if you're going to win the big game, you got to be able to execute the details.
Not only was it a painful loss for the Rockets, it was also painful for players such as Dan Moles, who was out in the first play of the game with a concussion, and David Flellen, who was out with a high ankle sprain.
You know, injuries happen, they occur, and you got to have the ability to adapt, and you got to have the ability to continue on. And, you know, I think we've learned our lessons this football season, you know, that is going to happen. That's college football, and, you know, we're certainly not going to make excuses for a loss because we had some injuries to some good players. I just told this football team.
It ends with Mackenzie, and it's very quick.
It was a great
ready
season.
Both mics,
really
ready out
things. I'm really proud of what we accomplished. But again, at the end of the day, you know, you want to win your last football game and you want to have a chance to win a MAC championship, and those are things that we didn't accomplish this year. And we're going to have to sit back, look at it, evaluate who we are, what we need to do better, and we're not going to just stay the same. We've got to continue to get better.
For BCSN, I'm Mackenzie Keyline.
Take it.
All right, Mackenzie, thank you so much. With Tom Cole now, and not the end to the season that the Toledo Rockets had hoped for. They got Austin Danton as the starter and quarterback. He finished the regular season with a fantastic game, but Rockets just really could not get it going offensively.
Well, first of all, Kenny, did you see the spud they were pulling around in that truck, by the way?
You're right there,
pretty,
Kiera.
pretty big potato. Maybe that's why it was the famous bowl.
Lose
Listen,
it.
Ken,
Ready
we've
to?
seen this in, through
Eventually
the entire
wiping
season.
to A with
When teams
CG,
run
Ken
the
will pick up
spread,
the prompter there.
and they spread you out, and they move linebackers out,
Ready
and
to?
they move safeties out of position, corners out of position. The minute
Keep
you
an eye
miss
on
one
time for
tackle,
me, Joe.
they go to the house.
We can let them run a little
and it makes
long
it
here,
difficult.
but I don't want
And
to get too
credit
far over.
this
Ready
Utah
to?
team, Utah State. They're a good football team.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Take it.
Yeah, I mean, they're a top quality football team, as are the Rockets. And then once the emotion turns on you in a bowl game, it's like the air going out of the balloon, and that's what happens.
Speaking of the emotion, Dan Moles goes out on the opening kickoff. He's the leading tackler in the nation. David Fluellen, one of the top 5 running backs of the nation, really couldn't go. You know, Matt Campbell talked about players stepping up. And I'm sure the players wanted to step up, but just mentally, you see those things happen, it's got to be tough.
Well, and you're spot on, Ken. When you're a player and you see your leaders going down, that takes a little bit out of you. And Fluellen's a guy that, he's a yardage eater, he's a possession guy, and he would help keep Utah State offense on the bench. And when he went out, that hurt. And of course, you miss your tackler.
Absolutely. 9-4, the end to the season for the Toledo Rockets. A lot of talent coming back, so they should be ready to go next year.
People got to get over this. Most teams end up with a loss, toward the end of the season. And a 9-win season with the schedule they play is great. And Coach Campbell did a great job. The kids did a magnificent job, and it'll be a great season next year.
Not done with the bowl talk. That's because the Bowling Green Falcons will take the field soon. It was a great season for BG, and now they're headed to the Military Bowl. That's where they'll play San Jose State. The Spartans ranked 24th in the final BCS standings. The game is in the nation's capital. Kickoff will be at 3 o'clock in Washington, D.C. on December 27th. It's the second straight year a team from Northwest Ohio was in this game. Last year, Toledo beat the Air Force Academy in the Military Bowl. Spartans enter the game with a 10-2 record overall. The Falcons finished the regular season at 8-4. So Tom, Bowling Green heads into the Military Bowl, taking on a team from the WAC, just like Toledo did. And as we can see, those guys can play ball west.
I've seen the WAC team play, Ken. They're very, very good. But Bowling Green started out 1-3. People said, it's going to be a down season. You got to give them credit. They fought their way back. They played great defense. They can run the football. Schultz is a tremendous quarterback. They have a good coaching scheme. They deserve this bowl game, and I think they're going to play very well.
As the coaching caresel continues
Eventually
to
Ken's
move around and around,
one.
Dave Clausen's name seems to always be mentioned, but yet he's still right here building this Bowling Green program.
Well, he deserves to be mentioned, but I think what he's looking for, Ken, quite honestly, is next year those key personnel are back off of a tremendous season and a tough schedule. They could be a top 20 team next year.
Ready to?
No question about it. And be in the Orange Bowl like they have
Northern Illinois.
Like Northern Illinois.
BG coming up on December 27th against San Jose. Tom, thanks for the insight, and we'll see you a little bit later in the show.
Hey, we had fun, Ken.
All right, going to move on to high school basketball now. Central Catholic won the state championship in Division II football just 2 weeks ago. That run meant the Irish basketball season got off to a late start. The preseason track favorite finally hit the floor Friday night as they hosted rival St. Francis. Irish playing some tough defense early on, and that's going to lead to a 3 from the wing from senior Deontay Cole. Here comes the Irish quarterback, Deshaun Kaiser misses the layup. Nate Harris does not miss the follow. Central out and running, and watch this pass. Picture-perfect bounce pass from Kaiser, and one. Irish were rolling. Cole led the way with 21 points. Another 3 here, then off the steal. He's going to head the other way for the uncontested layup. Jump around. The Irish get a victory, 59-32 over St. Francis.
Wipe it, roll it.
Early season battle between St. John's and Whitmer last week. Not much offense in this one early. Wisconsin-bound Nigel Hayes, the block on the inside for the Panthers. But here comes Ohio State-bound Mark Loving for St. John's. Slams it home with 2 hands. Titans with an early lead. On the other end, sweet pull-up jumper on the baseline from Hayes, but Whitmer trailed 20-16 at the half. Second half, the offense got going, but only for St. John's. Senior Austin Gardner ahead of everyone for the easy lay-in. Then check out Loving. Working on the inside, nifty turnaround in the paint. Titans explode in the second half as they go on to beat Whitmer by 23. The final, 60-37.
Wipe it, roll it.
Panthers back at home 2 days later, looking to bounce back against Findlay. And here's Nigel Hayes. Defender gives him some space outside, so he's going to lift and launch for 3. He was just getting started. Other side of the court. Nice move to get free. Drills the jumper from the baseline. Back to the other side. Nice crossover.
2 girls.
Another 3. Hayes outside game continues to improve. Panthers defense was good too. Ricardo Smith headed the other way off the turnover. Hoop plus the foul for the 3-point play.
More from Hayes. He misses the finger roll, but does not miss the putback. The one-hand slam. Whitmer wins by 10 over the Trojans, 54-44.
Wipe it, roll it.
In the tag, two of the top teams, Maumee Valley and Toledo Christian. It was live on BCSN. This was back and forth throughout the night. First half, Cordell Miller put it up and in, tied up after one quarter. A bit later, though, Maumee Valley getting going. Good ball movement, presenting a good look for Thad Woodard. He cans the triple. But too much from Miller. He had a great night, led the team with 18 points. Toledo Christian walks away the winner, 66-58.
Roll it, take it.
We just play hard tonight. They were a great team. They were very scrappy, very competitive. Dave Bonds, a heck of a player. They had a great bunch of guys, and we just play hard to them.
Wipe it, roll it, Mike and Cume.
Maumee Valley at Ottawa Hills Friday night. Hawks looking to bounce back, but the Green Bears are pretty good. Doesn't matter, though, to Davy Brown. Off-balance move in the lane for the bucket. He got some help from the outside, too. Caleb Wilhite eyes and flies from long range. This one tight early. On the other end, Jeff Beans knocks down the three from the wing. But here comes Davy Brown, the smallest guy on the floor, absolutely fearless when he attacks the basket. Then they'll go back outside. Wilhite again for three, but too much Ottawa Hills in the second half. Beans in the paint, count it, plus the foul. More from Beans, this time in transition. The lay-in as Ottawa Hills extends the lead. They'll go outside. Ben Silverman hit a couple of big threes. A nice night shooting for him. Then it's Lukas Janowicz, strong down the lane. Ottawa Hills gets the win easily, 65-45 over the Hawks.
Wipe it.
Plenty of live high school basketball coming your way this week on Tuesday night. Girls action from the City League as Start takes on Rogers.
Change it.
On Wednesday night, it's Start again, taking on the Bowser Rebels, this time on the boys' side in City League play.
Change it.
And a pretty good one this weekend. The Rogers Lady Rams on Saturday as they face a very good Notre Dame Academy team in a non-league tilt. Each game starts at 7:30 on Channel 608.
Unit 1, take it.
We're taking a timeout here in this week's edition of The Score. Still to come, more basketball, plus highlights from a busy week on the ice.
Wipe it, roll it.
We've got Toledo Walleye hockey coming up in 6 minutes. The Fish were home for 3 games last week. I'll have all the highlights. Plus, one of the best college hockey teams in the nation was in Bowling Green over the weekend. Could the Falcons upend number 3 Notre Dame?
Wipe it, Mike and cue 'em.
But up next here in The Score, we're talking girls high school basketball with the Toledo Christian Lady Eagles. That's after this. Ladies, you can wave and smile. We're not going anywhere. You're watching The Score. The ladies will be back.
Push music, kill the mics. This is Billboard's Fade Music Now.
The Score.
Okay, all cameras are on the interview set. Excellent. A little more Iris on 3, Lee. That's good. 3's still a little dark. Yeah, cool. I like that. 1 can go a hair more Iris as well. Not that much. Perfect. Okay, coming back in with a bump in on the clip store. Then straight out to Tom on 3. Miking, cueing Tom.